Hi there, CJ Jenkins, Century 21 Cornerstone. Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday from 12 to 12:30 to watch our Lake of the Pines Living Facebook. And we do different stories every week. And this one's a completely different one for you. You know, because of the pandemic, we can't have any flyer boxes, and even bigger than that, we cannot have any open houses. It's against the real estate law and rules. But today, I'm going to bring you in and let you see the latest lakefront that has come on the market, and it's the only lakefront that's on the market right now, up for grabs at Lake of the Pines. It is listed for $1,365,000, and I get to show you that house today, this house today, here on Lakeshore North. The address is 11759 Lakeshore North, and it's not too far from the clubhouse. I sold a house just down the street a few months ago. And come on in and let's take a peek. You get a sneak peek of this lakefront. We have a pretty slate entryway here. This house was built in 1981, and it has a lot of modern features for our time period because it has the great room concept and the lovely high ceilings. You'll notice the cedar paneling on the walls and the ceiling. Very, very natural looking. A pretty fireplace. Some built-ins here where you could put all of your artwork and books and family pictures. And this is beautiful wood, just beautiful wood that has been well maintained and polished. This room is one of my favorite rooms. What a great kitchen. So large. Imagine having the whole family here. Now we do have a dining room table in the other room. We'll come back to that in a minute. All the counter space. You could have your whole family here making pizzas together, making cookies, on the holidays making your gingerbread house, and you could have everybody with a little section of countertop where they all get to work together. Now I always look at what happens when you wash the dishes. I love to look at the windows right outside the sink. And what would you be looking at when you were washing the dishes? Here in the corner, you would be looking out at the main part of the lake, and behind that is Shadow Cove. What a great view. So when they designed this home, they really maximized the view for the homeowners. Lots of cabinetry. I believe it's made out of cedar, so plenty and plenty of storage. Now we do have wallpaper, and you know what? Well, it's actually coming back in style. But one of my feelings about wallpaper in a house is that, well, sometimes people say, oh, I don't like the house because it has wallpaper and I don't like the wallpaper. Well, you know what? It's just wallpaper. At Lake of the Pines, you're not buying the house to be absolutely perfect, because you're buying a house that has the perfect location, the topography. The location is the key. And you can change this out in a few days' time. If you want to use a solid color paint here, you could have somebody come in and take the wallpaper off the walls. So don't let that deter you in any of the homes that you see in our community. Because we are an older community, you are going to come across some things that are older. For example, we have this neutral earth type tile, and if you want to switch it out with granite, you can do that today. It's not a big deal. I love how open this room is. You've got your dining room, your living room, and then the room in the far back is the master. So what is cool is that if you were an older person or you're aging in this home, you could live on this entire floor without doing a step. Well, actually, there's one step into the front door. That's about it. So we'll go through the house first, and then I'll show you the stellar backyard. I love this backyard. It's just beckoning people to come out and enjoy it. Have a 2-car garage, and the laundry is in the garage. So we are 2,514 square feet. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And we have 1, 2, 3 sliders, just enhancing the view of the lake. This is a blue wallpaper that is that grass cloth, so it has lots of texture to it. And if blue isn't your color, you can switch it out, no problem. The same tile is in the bathroom, that's very neutral. And what is nice is this bathroom is large enough for people, if they wanted 2 sinks, you could put your second sink here and redo your countertop here and have 2 sinks. The master has a creative roof line with light coming in from up above. And we do have a walk-in closet, big enough for you to lay down in the morning and do your sit-ups. Or it's big enough for you to put some chest of drawers in here. Because you have a bedroom with a view, you don't want to put your chest of drawers in the way of the view of the lake. So when you do have a large closet like this, you can put a couple of chest of drawers in here. Hi there.
Hi, CJ.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm fine. I'm filming this house here. Guys, this is Chris.
Hi.
Hi.
What do you need?
Look at the trees.
Oh, you came to look
Mark
at the trees?
wanted me to look at the trees for a better view.
Okay. Hey, I'll tell you exactly where.
Okay.
Okay, Chris is here to look at the trees to maximize the view. Look from the kitchen sink. Yep. See this whole area right here?
Yeah.
That should be gone so you can look down to Shadow Cove.
Do you want me to bring the whole thing up
Well,
to where you can kind of see all of it, or
I-
you want to keep a little bit of privacy? I know we've done it many times in the past.
I'm not the listing agent, so I can't make that decision.
Okay. I'll talk to Mark.
Yeah, but this branch right here, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would take it all up.
Yeah, it all looks like it.
Yeah. And what kind of a oak is it? Is it a live oak?
Mm-hmm.
Is that called an interior live oak?
Something like that, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it looks like it's not doing well there, too.
Yeah. And an interior live oak is green year-round, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I just learned that
I
actually.
don't think they're evergreen now,
Okay,
but they are, yeah, they have green leaves all year.
yeah. Nice
I
to
didn't-
see
I
you.
didn't know she passed away. That's sad.
I know.
She was one of my very favorite customers.
Oh, really?
She's so nice.
Yeah, I thought she was nice too.
Yeah, we done a lot of work for her and Bill
Yeah,
over the years. So.
Yeah.
Is Bill still around?
no. He smashed the golf cart into the tree and lost control, and then 3 days later died.
Bill Deemer?
Oh, no, Bill Deemer. I thought you meant her husband.
Oh, no.
Here, no.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah.
He was talking about next door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
So
Chris.
check just this then, I mean.
Yes. And this is what we constantly do here at Lake of the Pines, is we keep our trees trimmed because we want to maximize our view. And so I think that will be a great call.
I think so too.
Yep, very good.
Okay.
Well, thanks for being in our video. Okay, let's go back to the bedroom. I love the ceilings in this house, aren't they cool?
Oh, yeah. Well, good
Yeah.
luck.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so off of the master, we have a sunroom. And there are some blinds here. I actually had a sunroom very similar to this on my deck. And I ended up getting rid of it and maximizing the deck. The deck is quite long, so you don't really need this section of this for decking. But it's very interesting. I wonder what you would do with this space. Might be a great space for you to, in the winter time, bring your exercise equipment. Man, watch the treadmill right here in the winter time, looking out on the lake, having your weights here, having your other equipment here, doing yoga in this spot. What a beautiful spot to be doing yoga. So I'm not sure what the next person will use this room for, if they'll keep it still up, or if they will close it up right here and have this as more decking. But either way, from this bedroom, you are looking out at the lake as you wake up, which is a lovely way to wake up at Lake of the Pines. Okay, we're going to go downstairs. The owners put in some stained glass, so we have hints of blue again with these blue irises. Very pretty. I'll turn on some lights for us. So here's one of the bedrooms, and if we were to trim those juniper bushes down, you would have an excellent view of the lake. It's pretty filtered right now. And an interesting shape to this hallway. This is bedroom number 3. Both of these bedrooms down here have closets. We have the grass cloth wallpaper again. And once again, trimming this juniper. You know, junipers were planted at Lake of the Pines because the deer don't eat them. So it was a blessing to have some greenery out there when people were building their homes. But a lot of us are on a campaign to get rid of the junipers. We are tired of them. They're big and bulky. They constantly need care trimming them. And so we, enjoy taking them out. And some of them need some big chainsaws to get those roots out too. They've been here a long time. Extra storage for your linens. And this room is the family room, or you could put a closet in here or a closet along this wall, and this could be your 4th bedroom. It just depends how you want to use the space. Nice lighter views of the lake from this room. So one of the things you think about when you're using the lakefront is where's the closest bathroom. So let's go exit through the hallway here to the bathroom. And they have an outside door. Here is a shower to hose yourself off after you're in the lake. Really nice patio. When you have a deck and you have a patio, it's really great for when you have company visiting. People could be hanging out here, hanging out at the beach, up on the top deck, off of the kitchen. And if you had 10 people visiting, you'd still have room for everybody to have some privacy. Lots of brick for this patio. So here are the stairs coming down from the deck. And one of the things always to notice is that this is a covered patio, which is a nice feature. So you could have furniture here year round and not have any water dripping from the upstairs deck down on you. So this would be a perfect spot for ping pong tables, some of those little soccer games that the kids play. I mean, this could be a great play area for your family. Okay. Oh, how cute is this? A little water faucet. Now, the average for most lakefronts of water frontage is 35 feet. What is so spectacular about this property is it has 100 feet of water frontage. So, you may have to remove a little wallpaper upstairs to enjoy this water frontage, but you can't change the location and you can't change the topography of your home. You can change the inside of your home and make some personal changes for updating. Good railing on the side of these tiled steps. Ooh, it's hot. So what some people don't think about, but it's really important, is how do you get into the water when you have a lakefront? Some people have water walls, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. This is a really nice entrance into the water for swimmers, for your kayaks, your stand-up paddle boards, and also any water toys that you have and canoes. This would be the property line between the neighbors and the house that we're looking at. They have decided to have a sandy beach, and this home here has the concrete. I like the curve here in between the concrete and the dock. Now this is a great dock because there's so much room for you to have water access. You can store one of your boats on this side. You can store a boat on this side. There's a ladder to get into the water here, and you can put your boat on this side right here. Notice that this particular dock is going sideways to the property, whereas a lot of docks go outward from the property. This house can do a sideways dock because of the fact that there is 100 feet of lake frontage. And what a beautiful spot. The water is deep here too, so you could dive off of this dock. And this whole area is a 5-mile-an-hour area, so you will not have any water skiers out here or speedboats when you're here swimming. If you fall asleep on your raft, you'd be fine. Also, we're farther away from the center of the lake where the water skiing happens and the wakeboarding happens, and so that also protects the wear and tear on the water wall. Now, water walls are the responsibility of the owner of the lakefront. And so we do lower the lake either the end of October or the beginning of November, and we lower the lake 3 feet for owners to be able to come and service their docks, their water walls, and their beach fronts. And it's also in preparation for the rains that we are hopefully going to have. Some years we have to wait for them for quite a while, and the lake has some mud and muck at the edge of the water frontage, which isn't as pretty as it normally is. So this brick wall right here had to be approved by the ECC. The ECC is our Environmental Control Committee, and they are easy to work with. There are some guidelines in when you want to submit plans. The ECC protects us in the way that we are going to do something to the outside of our house, and they have ideas on or suggestions on house colors, on construction of docks, on privacy screens, on some low retaining walls, staircases, decks, all those things that happen in the outside of your home, and also fences and dog runs. I have a dog run, which we're going to explore at a later show, and a garden, and those all need fences. You remember, we have deer, and they eat all of your vegetables, including all of your plants. So you can see, when we're talking about plants again, that the juniper here has really provided a service for that hillside. The deer don't eat it. It puts some greenery there. It softens the look of the house. And so the juniper is helpful. And we're always exploring other plants that we can use. Oleanders are also, they're poisonous, so the deer don't eat them. And I call oleanders kind of the Lake of the Pines fencing in some ways, and provides privacy. So let's go over and look at the water wall. They have chosen to use natural rock and real rock, because we have fake rock water walls now. And they have it tiered, which is quite nice. There's a couple of places here to get into the, whoops, balance, a couple of places here to get into the water. In fact, right below this ledge is a step that takes you out into the water. So this wouldn't have been able to be done until the water was lowered. Now, we do have a dock maker, and that person also works on water walls, and that is Richard Mata. Richard Mata lives here at the lake, and he probably has put in, I would say, 80% of the docks at Lake of the Pines, and he gets them made. Well, first you give your plan to the ECC. He looks over your plan. The ECC approves it, and then Richard builds the dock in his warehouse, and he waits until October or November when that water has been drawn down, and he brings it in on a barge from Park 4 and comes in and connects. And that's when he's super busy, is that window of time when the lake is low, for him to be able to come and either work on the water walls or bring in your brand new dock. Now, my dock was $7,000. It was a smaller dock than this, and my dock has a 30-year lifespan. So they are really formidable and last a long time. So the family has some gravel and some sand, and just imagine, you could have a ton of people on this hillside. They have some cute umbrellas set up for some shade, because that's one thing, in the afternoon you're going to get sun in this backyard, and the umbrellas will come in handy. Now, there is a golf cart path which we're going to go up, which is a clever idea. Got the stairs on one side and the golf cart path on the other. So if you have people who have some mobility issues, they can come down to the lake right at the water's edge on a golf cart, which is a sensational idea, and lots of properties sometimes have that. So this, I think, is a spectacular home. It really is ready for the next owner to come in and put their own touches in it. The outside here is in good shape, so you might, in the winter time, spend the time to work on the inside the way it would fit your personality, but it has great bones, and it has been well cared for. Well cared for. And pretty soon, Chris, the tree trimmer, who just came into our video, will be trimming up that oak tree to enhance the view, which is very nice. Now, let's talk about trees and views. If you wanted to come and cut that oak tree down, that would not be approved by the ECC. Look at our lakefront shorelines here. What if everybody cut their trees down? It would look like a bunch of houses stuck on the edge of water. So we do not allow for trees to randomly be cut down. We allow them to be trimmed. So we do have a tree ordinance, and if a tree is in the way of you building a new room or extending your deck, of course you'll get an approval for that from the ECC. But we love our trees here. This tree here, I think, is a Monterey pine tree. And it's a big guy. He's very happy where he's living, right along the property line there. So I'm going to try these steps. If I can keep my balance now. And one of the things that this tree is giving you is a lot of shade. Now the end of this water area here connects to Hazel Pond. So above this berm is Hazel Pond that we talked about last week. And we're 10 feet lower than Hazel Pond. This area here is called Turtle Cove. Probably figure out why. We have a lot of turtles that live here. I don't know if they're snapping turtles or not, but I'm not exactly sure what kind of turtles. But our water turtles hang out in that cove, and it is really deep there too.
Western pond turtle.
Western pond turtles. Okay. Yes, because we are out west. Okay. So here is the golf cart path. And it goes to the side of the house. It's a little steep. You can bring it in over there to the patio, or you can take it right up to the front of the house. And these folks next door have a golf cart path too. Woo! So let's go up to the street. Now the driveway is your responsibility on your home. And one of the things that this home has is additional parking. Besides the big driveway, you have 1 or 2 parking spots here. And you know, when we have parties at Lake of the Pines, you can get a whole lot of golf carts in these driveways. And so we always say to people, come in your golf cart. So there's room. And then there's another spot. And my Highlander takes up quite a bit of room. You could park another car behind it. And then that's where the street starts. So this driveway would be the responsibility of the owner. But just think, if you have a down driveway, what does that do for you on the lakefront scene? It allows you to be close to the water. And that is one of the really nice things about this particular home. And I hope that you enjoyed getting your little open house tour. And we're going to close up right now. I'd like to say thank you to my friend Cheryl that allowed us to open up the house to you today. And I'm just very excited about the one and only lakefront at Lake of the Pines, priced at $1,365,000. It's vacant, ready for the next homeowner to come in and give it some love. So I'd like to say thank you for joining us. I'm CJ Jenkins. If you have any questions about this home, call CJ at 530 906 4715.